Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, today we're embarking on, well, a really fascinating journey into animal symbolism.
Yeah, and it's all about helping us understand a unique aspect of your personality. Specifically, a subpersonality we're going to call Addy.
hmm
So our mission for this deep dive is to explore three pretty different animals, the alligator, the clownfish, and the ladybug. And we want to uncover how their energies don't just, stand alone, but actually braid together into a powerful, insightful personal totem just for you. Let's dive in.
And it's really remarkable how these universal archetypes, the ones we often see through a scientific lens or maybe a cultural one, how they become such rich metaphors for understanding ourselves and, well, for navigating life, really.
Absolutely.
So we'll pull out some surprising facts, definitely some deep cultural insights, and importantly, practical ways you can use this. We want you to get the knowledge quickly, but, properly.
Yeah.
Make it feel fresh and relevant to your everyday experience. All right, let's kick things off then. Let's start with an animal that just commands respect. An ancient survivor, the alligator.
Okay, alligators. So when we're talking about them, we're mostly looking at two living species. You've got the American alligator, that's the big one, can get over 4 meters, weigh up to 400 kilos, usually dark olive black skin.
Wow, yeah.
Then there's the Chinese alligator, much smaller, usually under 1.5 meters, and sadly, critically endangered.
Oh, really? That's tough.
Yeah. And diet-wise, they're opportunistic carnivores. They'll eat fish, turtles, but they can even ambush bigger stuff like deer or panthers if they get the chance.
That ancient survival story is just, it's captivating. I mean, 37 million years. That's incredible resilience.
It really is.
And their parenting, you mentioned, females fiercely protecting nests and young for, what, up to a year? That's some serious dedication.
Oh, absolutely. It's a deep, enduring kind of care. And that maternal care is actually central to their conservation story, too. Well, the American alligator made this amazing comeback. It went from endangered right back to least concern, mostly thanks to protections in the U.S.
That's great news.
It is.
Yeah.
But it really contrasts sharply with the Chinese alligator. There are maybe only 300 left in the wild, so they're heavily reliant on reintroduction efforts.
Wow. Such different fates. And their story gets even richer when you look at, like, global lore.
Right, definitely. Think ancient Egypt's Sobek, the crocodile-headed god, linked to fertility, protection.
Right. And I've read about Native American myths, too, seeing them as symbols of rebirth, healing, even guides to the underworld.
Exactly. So when we distill that alligator essence, particularly for this Addy subpersonality, it's really about that deep primal power, that unwavering patience. Think of it as your inner grounded guardian, silently observing, very present, and then acting with decisive strength when needed. It teaches self-mastery, wisdom gained from just enduring.
Beyond the myths, though, their history with humans is complex. Like, early European colonists were terrified of them.
Understandably, perhaps.
Yeah, but that shifted towards conservation. And now there's sustainable farming, ecotourism.
Right, and economically that's significant. But their ecological role is maybe even more striking.
You mean like the keystone species idea?
Precisely. They're ecological engineers. They dig these gator holes, which become vital water sources for other animals during droughts.
Okay.
And they help control invasive species, too, like pythons down in Florida. They play a huge part in keeping the ecosystem balanced.
And pop culture loves them, too. University of Florida Gators, obviously. But also just, viral videos of them strolling across golf courses.
Oh, yeah, they definitely capture the imagination.
So, bringing it back to you, Addy, this grounded guardian idea, it inspires awe, maybe a bit of caution. It represents that deep patience, a commanding presence, really firm boundaries, but also access to hidden wisdom, that kind of quiet power.
That's it, exactly. It's that still water, deep power vibe. Gators look kind of lazy until, snap, they make their move. Decisive action. That's you, Addy. Pacing your energy. Observant, chilled out, but then totally fearless when it counts.
I like that.
And it speaks to survivor instincts. These guys have ridden out ice ages. They adapt slowly, surely. That's like your resilience after loss, that quiet toughness under the surface charm.
And what about the mother guard energy?
Yes, gators protect their nests fiercely. You do that too, protecting your people, your creative projects. Like a den mother, maybe with glittery war paint.
Ha! Okay, I can see that.
And it reflects your comfort, Addy, living on the edges. Like the alligator on the shoreline between land and water. It's about navigating those thresholds, being playful versus reflective, the performer versus the poet. You command those borderlands where choice really lives.
Okay, so from that deep, swampy, powerful energy, we're shifting gears completely. Let's dive into the vibrant coral reefs now. for our next creature, the clownfish.
Such a contrast, right? These are small fish, typically 4 to 11 centimeters, bright orange, those distinctive white bars, and crucially, they have this thick mucus coat. That's what protects them from the stinging tentacles of their host anemone.
The symbiotic relationship, that's their defining thing, isn't it? Living with sea anemones in the Indo-Pacific reefs.
Absolutely key. And socially, they live in these size-based hierarchies, usually within one anemone.
And this is where it gets really wild. They can change sex.
Yeah, it's called procandry, a type of sequential hermaphroditism. Basically, they're all born male. The biggest one in the group is the female, the alpha. If she dies, the largest male actually changes sex and becomes the new female.
Wow. That ensures the group stays stable, I guess.
Exactly. It's all about keeping the family unit going. Pretty amazing adaptation.
And conservation-wise, how are they doing compared to the alligator situation?
Well, most species are listed as least concern, which is good. But they are vulnerable to things like habitat loss, coral bleaching, and definitely the aquarium trade, especially before captive breeding became more widespread.
Right, because they're so popular in aquariums. Even though they don't really show up in ancient myths, right?
Not really, no. Their fame is much more modern. They've been totally embraced by aquaria culture. It's hard to imagine a big aquarium without them.
So what do they symbolize now in modern terms?
Harmony, definitely. Courage living among those stinging tentacles takes guts. Adaptability, cooperation. They become a sort of totem for facing your fears, nurturing relationships, and maybe fostering personal transformation, finding your safe space.
And their interaction with humans is mostly through that aquarium trade, which really exploded after Finding Nemo, didn't it?
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
That film put them on the map globally. Suddenly, everyone wanted a Nemo.
Which created its own problems.
Exactly. It's that paradox. They're prized, easy to breed in captivity now, but over-collection from the wild can still hurt local populations.
But their pop culture footprint is huge. Beyond Nemo and Dory, they're mascots. They're in educational stuff, those cute viral clips.
Totally capture the public imagination. They just evoke affection, whimsy, wonder.
So for you, Addy, what's the clownfish vibe?
It's bright, friendly, captivating. Archetypally, think transformation, protection, nurturing, cooperation, that adaptability we mentioned. If you dream about them, it might signal finding safety or undergoing personal change, or maybe just tapping into your inner resilience. The clownfish really epitomizes finding a safe niche, your anemone, and thriving there.
Okay, so connecting that to you, Addy, your core vibe here is connection, courage, and those adaptive roles. Like symbiosis as superpower. Clownfish thrive because they co-create safety. You thrive in partnerships, crews, communities, lifting others while being lifted.
Exactly. And maybe acts of service are your love language. That's classic clownfish magic, finding ways to contribute to the partnership.
And that role fluidity you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that's your energy too, Addy. Seeing identity as maybe a living artwork, something that can adjust to keep your whole life ecosystem healthy. It's this remarkable ability to adapt for the good of your community or even just your own inner world.
And the face the sea courage.
Right. Clownfish literally live among things that sting. You, Addy, you've learned to dance with fear, especially maybe around water itself. You do it by building rituals, finding allies, creating environments that make being brave feel possible.
And I love the Aussie coral soul note, like a nod to the Great Barrier Reef, maybe. Bright, cheeky, impossible to ignore, bringing color to gray spaces.
Precisely, that vibrant energy.
Okay, so we've had the grounded power of the alligator, the adaptive courage of the clownfish. Where are we going for our final totem? It feels like it should be something different again.
Indeed. We're leaving the water entirely now, heading for our gardens, fields,
Yeah.
for a creature that's pretty much universally adored. The ladybug.
Ah, the ladybug. Or ladybird beetle, depending on where you are. Yeah.
Exactly. Family Coccinellidae. There are about 6,000 species worldwide. Tiny things, usually under a centimeter, dome-shaped, and famously bright, red, orange, yellow, usually with dark spots, which isn't just for show.
It's a warning, right? Like, don't eat me, I taste bad.
Pretty much. Aposematism. It signals their toxicity, or at least unpleasant taste, to predators.
And despite looking so cute, many of them are actually predators themselves.
Oh, yes. Voracious predators of pests like aphids and scale insects. That makes them incredibly valuable to gardeners and farmers.
Okay. And they're found pretty much everywhere.
Globally, yeah. Except maybe Antarctica and the very high Arctic. Gardens, forests, fields, very common.
And their life cycle is that complete metamorphosis thing. Egg, larva, pupa, adult.
Correct. A total transformation.
Culturally, they seem overwhelmingly positive. Luck, protection.
Hugely positive. In medieval Europe, they were called beetles of Our Lady. People believed they protected crops. The red wings symbolized the Virgin Mary's cloak.
Wow, I didn't know that specific connection.
Yeah, and in English folklore, they could absorb illness. Native American traditions link them to healing and positive energy.
So universally, symbols of luck, protection, love, renewal, even spiritual guidance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Seeing one is often considered an omen of good things to come. In Sweden, they're apparently called heaven's keys.
Heaven's keys. I like that. And they've actually been used in pest control, haven't they? Like, officially.
Yes, biocontrol. Some species, like the Vidalia beetle used against cottony cushion scale in California back in the day, were incredibly successful. Early biological pest control pioneers.
And nursery rhymes, too. Ladybird, fly away home. They're just embedded in culture.
Deeply embedded. Though it's worth noting, sometimes introducing non-native ladybugs for pest control backfired, with some becoming invasive themselves.
Ah, the law of unintended consequences.
Always a risk. But overall, their historical role in agriculture, reducing reliance on chemicals, is significant.
And in media. While maybe there isn't one famous ladybug like Nemo.
The idea of the ladybug is the star. They're mascots for organic brands, feature in countless children's books like Ladybug Girl, educational materials.
And they go viral online just for being cute and harmless.
Exactly. They just evoke this sense of simple joy, curiosity, maybe reassurance and comfort.
So for you, Addy, how does this gentle but surprisingly effective creature connect?
Well, archetypally, they stand for protection, transformation, and harmony with nature. Dreaming of them often signals positive changes, lucky breaks, that sort of thing.
Okay, so that brings us to Addy's bright blessing vibe. The core energy here is luck, gentle ferocity, and tiny deeds having huge ripple effects. I love this note. Cute and carnivorous.
Ah, yes.
Ladybugs are adorable, but they demolish pests. That feels like your tomboy charm, Addy. Maybe a soft voice, but a steel spine. Quietly clearing problems without a big fuss.
Exactly that. And their metamorphosis, egg, larva, pupa, adult that resonates with your comfort with life seasons, Addy. Training arcs, working through grief, creative rebirths. You understand cycles of change.
And the communal warmth part?
Right, like how some ladybugs huddle together to get through winter. You do that too, Addy. You gather people when things get cold, literally or metaphorically. Bonfires, barbecues, just boosting morale.
Nice. And finally, red as a signal. Protection and blessing. It connects to that red bandana idea. Memory as armor, love as luck.
Precisely. A small, bright sign of something powerful and positive.
Okay.
Wow.
3 very different animals. Alligator, clownfish, ladybug. We've explored them individually. But how do they really weave together for you, the listener? How do they form one single, powerful Addy totem?
Yeah, let's braid those threads. We can synthesize their core wisdoms. So the alligator brings that edgewise wisdom. It gives you boundaries, deep presence, that perfect sense of timing, knowing when to wait, when to act.
Grounded power. Got it.
Then the clownfish offers relational courage. That keeps you adaptive, heart-led, especially within your community or partnerships, thriving together.
Connection and adaptability.
And finally, the ladybug provides gentle potency. It's that reminder that small, consistent, bright actions can genuinely change whole ecosystems or just, your own world.
Tiny deeds. Big impact.
Exactly.
It's pretty cool how these distinct energies create like a complete toolkit for your subpersonality, Addy. So it's about knowing when to call on each one.
That's the key. It's situational wisdom.
Okay, so like if you're facing a big decision or need to protect your time, your energy.
Channel the alligator. Get still. Feel the currents, observe. Then strike once, decisively. Set those boundaries.
Makes sense. What about collaborations, teamwork, caregiving?
That's clownfish territory. Build the symbiosis. Who supports you? Who do you support? Let roles flex. Adapt for the good of the group, the relationship.
Okay, and for just daily life, rituals, kindness, maybe those creative sprints.
Embrace the ladybug. Tiny bright actions, consistent efforts, small kindnesses, they compound over time. Bring that gentle potency, that touch of luck.
So it's not about being just one animal.
Not at all. It's about understanding the dynamic interplay between these energies inside you. And that allows for incredible flexibility and real strength as you move through different parts of your life.
Love it. And since this deep dive is always about practical application, we've got a simple ritual set to help bring all 3 together.
Yeah, something tangible.
Yeah.
We suggest creating a little totem trio charm. You could use, say, a red thread for the ladybug's color and blessing, a small shell, or maybe a smooth bead for the clownfish, representing its ocean home and relationships,
Okay.
and maybe a matte black bead, or a small dark stone for the alligator's grounded power and stillness.
Nice. You just bundle them together?
Yeah, tie them on the thread or just keep them together somehow.
Hmm.
Pocket it,
Hmm.
carry it on days when you feel you need that combined energy, all three guiding you.
Simple. I like it. And then there's this edge check question. Tell us about that.
Right, it's a quick check-in. Before you say yes to something, or maybe when you feel stuck, just ask yourself, water, reef, or sky?
Okay, break that down. Water.
Water is the gator. It prompts, do I need stillness, patience, or clear boundaries first? Am I grounded?
Reef.
Reef is the clownfish. Ask, who's my anemone today? What support makes this feel safe? How can I collaborate or adapt?
And sky.
Sigh is the ladybug luck. Ask, what's the smallest bright action I can take right now that could flip the momentum? Where can I add a touch of gentle potency or kindness?
Water, reef, or sky. I really like that as a quick mental check.
Yeah, it's just a little ritual, a way to consciously engage with these powerful archetypes. Gives you a moment of reflection, helps you act with more intention.
What an incredible journey today. Seriously, decoding your inner Addy through these three amazing animal totems, alligator, clownfish, ladybug. It just goes to show how, well, how seemingly simple sources, like just looking closely at nature, can unlock really profound self-awareness and practical wisdom for living.
It truly does. And it leads to a final thought, maybe something for you to mull over. If these three animals represent important aspects of your inner world, Addy, what other creatures might emerge for you as you continue your own journey of self-discovery?
Ooh, interesting.
And what new wisdom might they bring? Just, keep that curiosity alive. Keep observing.
Absolutely. So what stands out to you from this exploration today? We really hope this deep dive has given you some powerful new tools, some fresh perspectives for understanding yourself and navigating your world. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.